how to rely upon these tools to connect and empower.
Yeah, let's start with what I feel is the most important tool that you need as a coach, an Essential Emotions coach, and that is the Essential Emotions book. You start out with these beautiful oil descriptions that really help connect you if you're going through this process, or help others connect to what that oil and how that oil is going to support them. And then you go into the body section, and that's where the physical sensations or areas of the body that you're wanting to explore, you can go and see the emotional roots to that. And then we go to the emotions guide. This is where it all comes together. It's really what this process is based on. And that is where you can even, just on that page, do a simple breakthrough process right there because of the questions and the declaration and the visualization on that. And then you have just some helpful resources in the back of the book as well.
Yeah, and along with the book is the Essential Emotions app, which is kind of a condensed, shortened version of the book. You're still getting those same main categories, emotion, oil, and body, that are also in your breakthrough worksheet, but they're grouped very simply as an on-the-go, sort of in-hand, tangible tool that you can take anywhere. Most people always have their phones with them. The thing that I really like about the app is that as you're finishing a coaching session or working with someone, you can actually screenshot different parts that were addressed in their session so that they continue their self-care at home.
Absolutely. And also the Essential Emotions wheel. So the wheel was created with the intention of having both positive and negative emotions to choose from. And so the negative emotions are the things that you want to feel less of. So things that are getting really heavy or not really working in your life. And the positive side is what you want to feel more of, so things you want to call in and to embrace. So what we've done is we put the core emotions around this inner circle that help people identify the state that they're in, but then you drill down into more nuanced, targeted emotions, and you look at what is it that you're really feeling within that feeling. And you can get more of that awareness of what's really going on with the person. And then it goes straight out to give you the essential oil that's recommended for that emotional state. So they have everything they need, either on the positive side or the negative side, to get straight from the emotion right to the oil. And this is something as a coach that you're going to want to use to help people identify, because identifying sometimes is the tricky part. So this is a tool that's really great for that.
We had an experience that gave birth to the Feelings Guide, which is one of my favorite tools. So we had one of our teenagers who was struggling with some heavy emotions, and we had tried working with them for a few months, and we just weren't getting anywhere because they didn't know how to speak what they were feeling. There was a lot of trapped emotion and just stuckness. And so we started working with a therapist, and a couple months in, still we weren't getting anywhere until the therapist brought out a chart, a lot like this one, that just had 30 or so emojis on it and said, which one of these are you feeling? And they were able to point to it, and from there we had breakthrough, and we were able to start working on what they were feeling, and they could actually voice what it was they were feeling. So we said to ourselves, what if we could have that tool at home, and what if we could share that tool with our friends and loved ones? And so that's how the Feelings Guide was born. And basically the bottom half, you have, again, those are negative emotions. At the top we have the positive emotions. But you can start either place. What do you want to feel less of? What do you want to feel more of? And then from here you turn to the back and you find the essential emotion, the oils, to help with that emotion.
Such a simple tool that's really powerful for children, youth, or even those of us that are grown-ups and use emojis all the time, right? That quickens the process. We love the insight cards as well. They are visual cues to remember the message of each oil. So, for example, wild orange is the oil of abundance. And so you've got the visual cue of the wild orange, and you've got an affirmation on the back to bring that message home, to work with your subconscious on that. And also you'll notice the stamp showing you where that oil is from, right? It's a gift. And realizing where these gifts come from, wherever they grow around the world, it just brings it home even more. So bringing added insight and bringing it home more through other senses, right? You're seeing it, you can repeat it and say it. It's just a fun tool to take things next level.
Yeah, I really love using them with my clients at the beginning of a session. I'll just have them pull a card, and it's always interesting to see how that message gets brought into the session. And with my kids, they're so visually appealing. They love to just spread them out, and what they're drawn to, they go and they match and grab that oil with it. So these are great visual tools for sure.
Love it.
Excellent for self-care.
So whatever tool you need to pick up, know that we've got an array of tools to draw from as you coach. You'll use them at different times, right? With different purposes, but as you understand them, you'll know when to draw that tool from your toolbox.